Bula Bula! This is Thomas from Fiji Time Island Life Vlog. This episode I hiked to the summit of Des Voeux Peak in the centre of Taveuni. And here's what the online guides say I should be looking out for on this trek. Cloud forest. We're not far from the peak. I guess that's one way to put a pothole in. Oh, that's better. Beautiful morning to go for a hike. So I've got my squad in the truck and we're gonna head up into the mountains for a bit of a hike, do a bit of off-roading and see where we get to. Here we go. I'm back in this morning, just me and the dogs. I was going to come to a pin that I put for a nice place to park and other vehicles would come past. We've had quite a bit of heavy rain this weekend and my four-wheel drive transfer pump thing, which clicks from two-wheel to four-wheel, is playing up. I don't think I could click to four-wheel this morning, so I've barely been able to get in and I didn't really want to risk it, so I've turned around and just parked up quite close to the entrance. And yeah, trekking it up now. A lot more trekking than I was planning this morning. Let's see how far we get. There's a couple of farmers' huts here which they use for shelter. Here's all their rubbish. Right, onwards and upwards. So we're walking up and I've just heard some running water, so as you all know I love a waterfall. We're going to go and have an explore. Alas, not the world's biggest, but a nice spot to refresh. It's about 27, 28 degrees. It's going to take 5 minutes to make some refreshing water on and recharge the batteries. I'm really going to have to get the four-wheel drive repaired. I think it must have semi-kicked in last time when me and Jacob were here because we didn't really have too much trouble getting up to 3/4 of the way up. But yeah, the first half tricky bit this morning, and it just didn't want to know. I had a couple of goes, and yeah, I just thought, well, on my own with the dogs, it's not really worth it. So let's have another couple of minutes and then get going again. Oh, that's better. So this plant here is Yakonwa, or something similar pronunciation, which basically they make kava out of. So it takes 3 years for the plant, basically from a bit they snap off and they put in the ground. It takes 3 years to get the first harvest out of it. They basically pick it and then dry it and then pound it into a powder, and then the powder is mixed up with water, and that's the kava that they drink in the bowls that you see at the ceremonies. It's like gives you tingling, makes the mouth go numb, makes the nose go numb. Yeah, people pass out. They call it grog. Yeah, it's a bit of a shortage on the island at the moment, so I think prices are pretty high, and they're trying to grow it everywhere at the moment. So somebody told me about 6 months ago that dried, I think before it's pounded, is about 125 Fijian dollars per kilo. So that might even be more now. But yeah, if you go to a kava ceremony, this is what they would have dried and pounded. So back in the day, probably when it was still part of the British Empire, there was a concrete road all the way up here to the lake and up to the mountain. So the concrete, there's not a lot of it left now. You can see they even put mesh in the concrete. So here's a bit of a concrete road left, bit of mesh still, bit of mesh, bit of mesh. Yeah, it's pretty much just a dirt track now. This is a decent section here, but most of it's in complete disrepair. I don't know whether they tidy it up during the dry season to make it a bit more passable, but yeah, I know when I came up about 4 weeks ago, end of the wet season, and now when we've had a lot of rain, it's yeah, a bit of a nightmare. 2 layers of mesh here, British standards, overkill. That's a good solid C40 there. C16. So part of the idea of a bit of a hike this morning was to get these 2 dogs behind me some exercises. They're getting a bit overweight. Little one Abby, she looks like a slug, and Harmonia has always been a bit podgy. The other 2, which I turn the camera around, are way out ahead. Lean, mean fighting machines. Oh look, it's somebody's house. House tucked away there. We're fair way up now. Let's go have a look. So yeah, Abby came as a street dog from Savu Savu. She lived in the bus hub. She came as about 12 kilos. So the width across that back now, she's about 18.5 kilos. She's got absolutely no shame. She'll eat all her food. She'll go and try and get everybody's leftovers. She'll try and steal the cat food. So Abby, this walk is for you. Yeah, this walk is for you, Abby. Let's shed a few pounds. And then, talking of fatties, Ammonia. So this section's surviving in remarkably good condition on one of the steepest slopes as well, where you thought there'd be less traction, so the tyres would be pulling it apart. Potholes, dogs for scale. Yeah, I remember coming up over this bit with Jacob and stopping just prior to this and chucking these bits of concrete in the hole to make it passable. Yeah, I remember now, this is where I'd earmarked for us to park, and probably got as far with the truck last time, another quarter of a mile or so further on. So I've been walking for about an hour and 20 minutes so far, probably gained 500 metres elevation, so let's keep going. Take a bit of water on and some sugar, give me a bit more energy. There you go. Don't build, don't put up fences, property of the state. Abby, come have some water. Good girl. See, somebody else has had some fun here. They've skidded off the concrete, gone into the side, and up here, in the middle of the verge. They've been struggling. Yeah, they've dropped off one side off the concrete, and then tried to snake it up the middle. So whether they failed, well, there's quite an incline here now. So this is as far as me and Jacob got when we came. Truck refused about here. Small dog in a rut. And then it's climbing up. So basically where all this loose stone turns into this bit of concrete. We called it quits. Just under 1,000 metres above sea level here. Now obviously if you've got a good 4x4, this is where you should be able to drive to. Gates here for the final hike up to the top of the mountain, and parking spot just behind me. So we're about 1,050 feet up. Yeah, got a good 4x4, park here, save the 2.5 hours of walking that we've just done, and get to the top. Much more pleasant temperature wise now. We're up into the cloud forest. We're not far from the peak, the Des Voeux Peak. My French, my pronunciation, sorry, apologies. Track's getting even worse. If you did manage to get the car up here, here's another parking spot, and literally a sheer 500 foot drop if you reversed a bit too far. You enjoying your rest, Harmonia? Come on, we've got to keep going. As we're getting a bit higher up, it's getting a little bit cooler, which is nice. I didn't know what to expect. Obviously I wasn't expecting to trek from the bottom to the top, but after where me and Jacob stopped, I didn't really know what to expect. So I put my long trousers and hiking boots on today, just to save my legs if it was overgrown, and yeah, suffering in the heat a little bit now. Get around so the light's a little bit better. Yeah, but as you get up a little bit higher up here, the sounds of the birds are a lot more pronounced, and you can hear the old monkey-faced bat in the background as well, a little bit higher up. So let's keep going. Somebody making the most of it and enjoying herself. So many years ago, 40 or 50, there was some serious money spent here to make this accessible, like a tourist destination. Get to the peak of the double volcano. There's metal mesh that stops the concrete from sliding. There's some big culverts running through diagonally, but There's just been no money spent, it's gone to complete disrepair, and the only way you can get up here now is a 3-hour walk. So coming up into the clouds. I guess that's one way to put a pothole in. Big culvert up here, which is taking the water away. So where we are now, almost at the highest point on the western side of the island. So at the top, over that side, that goes down to Boomer, Lavena, all on that side. Culvert here. So, yeah, there's certainly some big machines up here. People, I presume it was during the British Empire, before we gave it back. Yeah, putting it in, but yeah, it's completely washed away. Nobody looking after it now, unfortunately. Just in case you wondered what happened to the other side of the barn door, they've used it a little bit higher up. At this point I'm starting to struggle. About a 45-degree incline. Can't really make it out, but it's bloody steep. My legs ain't done this amount of exercise for a long time. Yeah, my arms are about flat there. Anybody got a protractor? Well, we've come to a crossroads. That's the track we're on, continuing going that way. There's a turning off this way, it goes that way. So I'm presuming that way goes to the lakes, and or Lake Tagimoucia, sorry, and taking it the other way is to the summit, or maybe to some radio mast or something like that. So we might carry on going that way, just because it's cloudy that way now, and the lake on the map's still quite a way away, and we've been over 3 hours now. So just try and summit this, and yeah, and get back down. And as if by fate, just as I turned the phone off, then the clouds started to thin a little bit. And the other way that I said is to the lakes, just take another 10 metres walk, is the radio mask. So that'll be Vodafone and your Digicel. Possibly lake access that way. Gonna go the other way, just to summit, and then see what time is, possibly go that way. So this is the ridge line then. So I'm facing north at the moment. So can't see if there's a cloud, but down there to the coast to Wairiki, and then behind me to the east down to Boomer. Drop off. So there we are at the summit of one of the peaks. So I went the opposite way. Another mobile phone mast. So on Google Maps it says I'm at the peak, at the summit now, highest point. So I'm presuming this one's probably Vodafone and the other one might be Digicel. So we'll have a walk over to the other one, see how far it says I'm from the lake, and work out what we're going to do. Yeah, so pretty much at the peak. Menace has just had an ammonia, get out of the way. Menace, let's see your injury, Menace. So I'll turn the camera around. So Menace has just got his leg caught. Don't think he's bruised it. I don't think he's broken it, I think it's just bruised. He's not squealing. He can bend it. I think he feels a bit stupid. He's covered in mud. But let's show what happened. He ran down here. Well, there you go. First class example. He ran down here and hid in his grate for the water runoff. and his leg fell in it and he carried on going, so lucky he didn't break his leg there, to tell you the truth. So, right, more care, Menace, more care. So Menace seems fine. I think your pride was hurt more than anything, Menace, wasn't it? As he fell over in front of all of his sisters and looked like a right dingbat. Here we are on the other peak. So all that trekking for 2 radio mobile phone masts. So this one's got some solar panels which are engulfed in cloud, so it won't be generating much today, and it looks like they need a good clean. I think the efficiency of these might be questionable. Right, so my battery power is running low. Just have a quick summary of what we've done today. Obviously set out this morning, was hoping to drive up to where me and Jacob got to, so about 1,000 metres above sea level, and then start the trek. I was going to try and go to the lake and yeah, make a little video on that, but as it was, truck refused at the first hurdle. So we've probably walked from about 200 metres above sea level to where we are now, which I will check in a minute. I'm not sure on the height, it will pop up in a minute, but we're definitely over 1,100 metres. And we've done both peaks basically, which have got a mobile mast on the top of each peak. That's as exciting as it is. Just up in the clouds, engulfed in clouds, so I haven't even got a decent view. But yeah, well, you know, a nice walk. Dogs can shed a few pounds, get back, sleep all afternoon, and I can have a nice can of beer. So if I do run out of battery and I've got nothing else to show us, I think I'm going to save the lake for another day. Going to get the 4-wheel drive fixed, going to get up to 1,000 metres and then do the lake. So this is just the twin peaks, the Des Voeux Peak. Yeah, so there you go. In the future, obviously we're in early June now, so October, November, I'm planning to summit on Mount Ulugwelu, which is the second highest peak in Fiji, which you can see from my house. Me and Kiki are going to go away. It's going to be a few days, definitely, maybe up to a week. Take the tent, going to go for a good old trek and hit the ridge and see what we can get, and drop into a volcanic crater. So that is today's mission, done and dusted. Vodafone, Digicel, you've had a break-in. I imagine there's probably no diesel in your backup generator. They obviously gave up trying to carry this horrifically expensive antenna, transmitter, whatever it is. They got about 100 metres away from the mast and said, sod that, chucked it down there. And finally, just to add, obviously I said I'd try and go to the lake next time. I kind of thought this track continued on and that's how you got to the lake, but it just sort of circles around the mast and it's a dead end. So yeah, I'm going to have to seek a little bit more information on how you get there, because I didn't see any tracks, didn't see any signposts. Back down to the truck. Au revoir in the next one. Thoroughly looking forward to the 3-hour walk back down. Not.